So welcome to The Dish Pandemic Edition. I know, we've all been stuck inside and people are getting ready to get back out and to do things, especially now that the weather's warming up. We have some tips today on hot weather and not overexerting your dog and not leaving him in the car. We also have some information for you on what to do as we begin to lessen our restrictions and things that you might be able to do with your dog. So classes are opening back up, our play groups are opening back up, and we've got some other services that we're going to be talking about during this segment. One thing that I wanted to tell you about right now is that we're continuing to do adoptions, but we're still doing them online. So basically what you need to do is, instead of coming to the shelter and looking through our kennels, look through our website. Check out the animals listed there. We've got dogs, cats, and critters. Any animal that you might be interested in, just click on their photo and it will take you to their biography, which also then has a link to fill out an application for them. You can fill out as many applications as you want, and you can put up to 3 animals on one application. All those apps are listed in their bios. Then it comes right in here online, and our adoption counselors will look through it, check to see if they think you're a good match, call you back, talk to you, and finally get you in. This isn't to make things difficult for you. It's basically so that we limit the number of people coming into the shelter at any given time, maintain social distancing, and you get a really personalized experience with our adoption counselors who are with you, making an appointment and one-on-one with you to see if the adoption will work out. So we're continuing to do that. At some point in time, hopefully by the end of this month, we'll be able to let y'all back in our building to see the new building and also to see animals. But at this point in time, we're doing everything online just to continue that social distancing to make sure that everyone is as safe as they can be. So for adoptions, go online, nehumanesociety.org/adoptions, and you'll see dogs, cats, and critters that you can look through and see if anybody there is someone that you need at your home.
So restrictions are releasing a little bit, and we're going to be able to go back to work hopefully and get out a little bit more. But we need to help our dogs, because this has been fun for them and that they have everybody home, but now that's going to be stressful for them that you're all going back to work. So you need to start now. Don't wait till the last minute, because that won't work so well. If your dog will be kenneled while you're gone, start getting them used to being back in the kennel or in the restricted area that they'll be in for a few hours a day. Even if you're there, get them used to that. Some other things to think about is we need to have something for them to do while you're gone. Kongs are a great thing. Let's say you're going to go to work in the morning, so you figure out how much of their breakfast will fit in a Kong, stir something wonderful around it, a little bit of yogurt, maybe some baby food, a little canned dog food. Be careful with peanut butter. If you have an adult dog, peanut butter is a pretty high fat content, so you don't want to be putting weight on them. Figure out how much, stir it around a little bit just so it has a sticky factor, and shove it in the Kong and freeze it. Do that the night before. Whatever doesn't fit of their breakfast in this, they can have in their bowl in the morning. When you leave to go to work, you give them the rest of the frozen Kong in their kennel. So it's nice because they're going to work at it, but it's frozen, so it takes them a little while to do that. And then they'll leave it because they're tired, but then they're going to get a little hungry because they haven't had a full breakfast. So they'll come back to it again, but it will have started to thaw, so they'll get more out of it. As soon as you come home, Kong goes away, even if they didn't finish what was in it. You can throw a little bit of extra food in their dinner if they didn't eat much of it, so that they're getting their balance of nutrition. But a Kong is a fun way to do that for something. They have bones, Nyla bones, which most dogs like to chew on, but you can put stuff, these have little ridges, and you can put things in the ridges. You then freeze that as well. Same thing with this. This is just a little bigger. They come in lots of sizes, which is great because this is obviously too big for a little dog. Some dogs like to just plain have a bone to chew on. Nyla bone's a great way to do that. It's good for their teeth, has some ridges in it that will help keep the teeth clean as well. Rotate these things. Don't give them the same thing every single day. Make it different, but help them out now. Now when you're giving it to them, maybe you freeze it, maybe you don't freeze it. Kind of decide. If you got a new puppy during this pandemic, if they still have puppy teeth, don't freeze it real solid. It's too hard for their little teeth. Maybe just make it cold a little bit because that'll feel kind of good on their mouths as well. But it's a great way to get them used to that and get them used to it several times a day before you actually have to leave the house. Then work that you can put them in the kennel or wherever you're going to put them, the restricted area, leave the house for a little bit, come back, and we're all good and wonderful. So they realize you are going to come back. You're not just going to leave them all by themselves all day. But fun things. You won't have to do it forever, but give them something to do, because otherwise they're bored all day while you're gone. But these are fun things to do, and these all come in different sizes. Lots of different sizes.
I didn't always walk this way, all crooked, like I had a few too many. It started after I suffered irreversible brain damage. I don't know what I did to make my previous owner so angry. Sure, I had a few accidents on the carpet, chewed a couple pairs of shoes, but I always tried to make up for it. Gave extra kisses, snuggled a bit closer. I'd sit and stay and wish myself invisible when the yelling got too loud. It didn't matter. I'm told that I was found unconscious that night. Amazing people gently nursed me back to health, waiting patiently by my side and surrounding me with love and the promise of safety. I was given a second chance. I once overheard a little girl ask if I'd walk straight again when I got to heaven. Maybe. But right now, I'm enjoying my little piece of heaven on earth.
So as the weather warms up, there's nothing more fun than taking your dog to the park or down to a lake or someplace to have a good time out in the sun, having fun. However, you never want to leave your dog in the car. Even 10 minutes inside of here can be very dangerous for his health. On a hot summer day, the inside of your car heats up very quickly. The temperatures don't even need to be in the 90s to be dangerous to your dog. Think about this. On an 85-degree day, your car, with windows slightly opened, will reach 102 degrees in 10 minutes. After 30 minutes, the temperature will reach 120. Keep in mind that on hot, humid days, the temps can rise more than 30 degrees per minute. And remember that at 110 degrees, your dog can suffer heat stroke. Why is that? Your dog is actually designed to conserve heat. The only sweat glands he has are in his nose and in the pads of his feet, and those are inadequate to cool him on a hot day. Instead, his cooling process is evaporation through panting. But in a car's closed interior, without fresh air, panting won't cool him down. There's no cool air to suck in and pant out the hot air. Once a dog's body temperature reaches 107 degrees, he has little time before suffering brain damage. If you run into an animal that is suffering from the heat, move him into shade or inside the air conditioning immediately. Apply ice packs or cold towels to his head, neck, and chest, or immerse him in cool water. Allow small amounts of hydration, or let him lick ice, and immediately get to your veterinarian. Remember, a good rule of thumb is if it's too hot for you, it's too hot for your pet. So when outside, make sure there's good ventilation, plenty of shade, and plenty of cool water. And don't leave anyone right behind in the car. If you're delayed even a few minutes, you could actually kill your dog.
The shelter is opening back up again with training classes. Our classes are all starting back up in June and filling up rapidly. We also have private training going back on again now. We can do that. So those things are all there to get registered for class. The easiest way to do that is to go online to www.nehumanesociety.org/training. And you can find all of our listings there and offerings for our classes. We'll probably get July up later on this week or early next week. If you need to call, you can always call the training line, 402-444-7800, extension 2272. We also have a behavior helpline. Behavior helpline is there to help you with little problems that you may have with your animals. If you need something bigger, they can always refer you on to a trainer who can help you with more in-depth things that you need, can also guide you through the getting registered for training classes. But all those things are starting up again now. Everything will be socially appropriate. We will have plenty of distance. We'll encourage people to wear masks. We have hand sanitizer, and everybody will wash their hands when they come in. So we may not have a lot of playtime, but we will learn how to walk and pass and meet another dog on leash, which is a very hard thing for dogs to do. But we can stay socially appropriate as well, and dogs can learn how to do that. So that will be a big thing. We're excited to get back to work and back to having people come to classes.
Due to the pandemic, we are limiting our camps this summer. We're not doing them in June, but we are doing our Camp Kindness in July. We'll be social distancing, making sure that we limit our camp classes, and also using a lot of hand sanitizer and doing what we need to keep your kids safe. But we will be holding camps in June. If you're interested in having your child come to a camp in June here at the shelter, you can check our website under youth programs and camps. They're all listed, and you're able to send your child here. In the meantime, we decided that we wanted to bring the party to you since you couldn't come to the party during the month of June. So we have a couple of different offerings for you. We have doggy drive-ups and pop-up potties. The pop-up potties are birthday parties, and there are some special things that a birthday child gets to do, like name a shelter animal. We'll bring an animal to you. We'll take a porch photo. We'll leave an activity packet. It's a fun time. We drive up in our party van with music blaring, and it's a good party for a child that needs to stay at home. We also have drive-ups, even for blocks. So if you want to rock your block, you can order a drive-up. We'll come up. People can come out of their house. We'll parade around with a shelter dog. We'll take socially distance appropriate photos. We'll also leave party packs for the entire block. And we'll play a game of trivia, family to family, and the winning family will get a prize. So we've got a couple of fun different offerings for you if you're staying at home and you still want a little taste of shelter and you want to give your kids a little fun at their doorstep. Pop-up potties and doggy drive-ups. Those information on those programs are listed on our website at nehumanesociety.org. Look under Community Services and then check out Programs for Kids. And we've got those listed as well. So some things to do in the meantime, but again, camps will be running in July. So we hope that we're able to give you information and activities and keep your kids motivated for animal love, even though we're still dealing with the pandemic.
I didn't always walk this way, all crooked like I had a few too many. It started after I suffered irreversible brain damage. I don't know what I did to make my previous owner so angry. Sure, I had a few accidents on the carpet, chewed a couple pairs of shoes, but I always tried to make up for it. Gave extra kisses, snuggled a bit closer. I'd sit and stay and wish myself invisible when the yelling got too loud. It didn't matter. I'm told that I was found unconscious that night. Amazing people gently nursed me back to health, waiting patiently by my side and surrounding me with love and the promise of safety. I was given a second chance. I once overheard a little girl ask if I'd walk straight again when I got to heaven. Maybe. But right now, I'm enjoying my little piece of heaven on earth.
Basic training involves several things. The first thing is the dog needs to learn his name. This dog's name is Diesel, so we're going to load that. We're very simply going to take a treat, say his name, and give him a cookie. Diesel. So he, makes his name fun. Diesel. We're going to do this several times a day. The other thing we want to do is be sure the dog has a marker word, a word that says, I like what you did, here comes your paycheck. It puts a little bridge between what the dog does and their reward. For instance, nice. Nice. And we're going to load that the same way we did their name. And we want to do it in all kinds of places, inside, outside, in the garage, all rooms of your house. So the dog goes, ooh, it works everywhere. Then we can take and pair that with a behavior. For instance, nice. Okay? He doesn't necessarily know what that behavior is yet. As he gets better and understands what that is, we'll put a word with it. Sit, nice. So he goes, okay, that's what it is. Sit is just a nice, polite part of the please and thank yous of the dog world. The other one we'll work on is a down. And in my world, down is put your belly on the ground. If it is they're on the furniture or have their feet on me, it's off. Down can only mean one thing to them. So if we start them in a seated position, take the cookie, head for the ground, nice. He doesn't know what I want, So we went part way. He kept his bottom on the floor, feet on the floor, started to drop his chest. See if we can go a little further. Whoops. Thank you. Nice. Nice, attaboy. That time he moved a front foot as well, which he has to do before he can go all the way to the floor. Nice, attaboy. So he got all the way to the ground. Once they can go to the ground about 9 times out of 10, very quickly, on the 10th time when they get there, I'll tell them down, give them their marker word and a cookie. So they understand that it's the position of being on the ground, not getting there. The other nice, polite, please, and thank you I like to teach dogs is a stand. We don't use it really often, but when you bring them in from outside and they have muddy, wet, icky feet, it's really nice if they'll stand there and let you dry those back feet off. So very simply, we put them in a sit, bring that cookie out a little bit. Nice. Back feet get straight, mark and treat it. Nice. When he pretty consistently comes out of it, we'll tell him stand and mark and treat it. Stand, nice. Those are the nice, polite, please, and thank yous of the dog world. Every dog should learn them, unless there's a physical limitation of some sort. They're not tricks. Tricks are things like shake and roll over. These are the nice, polite, please, and thank yous of the dog world, and they should be willing to do them very readily for us.
I couldn't remember what it meant to fetch, or to shake, or even to run. All I could do was lie down, held captive by my own matted fur, neglected, broken. Incredible people removed the filth and repaired my crippled body. They helped me look and feel and trust like a dog again. I remember someone whispering, "We'll make it better." And after years of abuse, love did just that.
As warmer weather comes, some of the biggest predators to your pets come in little teeny packages. We're talking about fleas and ticks. Everyone needs to be protected against fleas and ticks, even indoor cats, because fleas and ticks can ride in on you, your other pets, and visitors. So today, I'll look at how to protect your pets against these teeny-weeny insects with really big bites. It's always best to check with your veterinarian on what products are best for your specific pet. Your vet will likely recommend prescription preventatives like Frontline or Revolution that work to keep fleas and ticks off your pet and also kill them if they do latch on. Don't worry, it's a quick, easy application. Once a month, you just squeeze the liquid onto a spot that your pet can't reach to lick away. While these spot-on products kill fleas and ticks, some also have insect growth regulators that actually prevent flea eggs from hatching and maturing. Others, like Revolution, prevent other things, heartworm, and work on hook and roundworms too. A word to the wise, always read the label and follow the directions closely, because some products meant for large dogs can overdose cats. A good indicator, the picture on the front will tell you who it's meant for. If you purchase over-the-counter compounds, be vigilant. Many contain pesticides. These can cause toxic reactions in sensitive cats. So watch your cat closely when using any over-the-counter products. If you notice your cat appearing drunk, experiencing muscle tremors, eventually seizuring, get him to the vet fast and take along the packaging so the vet knows what your cat is reacting to. And one more caution, don't go overboard. You don't need a flea dip plus a spray plus a flea collar. That's overkill, and actually you could kill your cat with kindness. An easy way to get on schedule is to apply your flea and tick and also give them heartworm meds on the first of every month. Simply follow the directions. And if you have questions, your veterinarian is just a phone call away. This health tip is brought to you by the Nebraska Humane Society.
I love to run, but I can't walk a straight line. It's because of my brain. It's been damaged. My previous owner left me unconscious. I still don't know what I did to make her so angry that night. Amazing people found me and gently nursed me back to health. They gave me my second chance. I once overheard a child ask if I'd walk straight again when I got to heaven. Maybe, but right now, I'm enjoying my little piece of heaven on Earth.
I couldn't remember what it meant to fetch, or to shake, or even to run. All I could do was lie down, held captive by my own matted fur, neglected, broken. Incredible people removed the filth and repaired my crippled body. They helped me look and feel and trust like a dog again. I remember someone whispering, "We'll make it better." And after years of abuse, love did just that.
So we're out here by our meadow, and yes, playgroups have started back up. Now, as you can see, we've done a little different delineation of our meadow now. Normally it's one big wide area where everybody kind of runs in and enjoys themselves. We're now sectioning it off into 3 different areas. So we've got 3 areas. We can allow 25 people and however many dogs into those areas at a time. So playgroups on Saturday mornings have started back up again. Yappy Pat continues to proctor them. It's $5 a dog. You'll come in through the north gates. We ask that you bring your dogs on leash so that you can get to the section that you are assigned to, and then you'll be in that section. You can see the sections are pretty big, so we should be okay. So we've got a big wide area, so we've got a section on the south end, one right in the middle, and one on the north end. The north end's really long, actually. So it's kind of nice if you've got a dog that likes to run after a ball or do that type of thing. We'll have you guys come in. We can have 25 people plus dogs per section, plenty of room to socially distance. We ask that you do wear a mask when you come in, just in case you're in contact with other folks. Bring your dogs in on leash. If you're a first-time dog to Yappy Pack, we ask that you bring proof of your immunizations because you need to have kennel cough and obviously a valid rabies tag on your dog or a valid rabies vaccination for your dog. The playgroups are Saturday mornings from 9:30 to 11. 9:30 to 11:30? 9:30 to 11, I believe. So you're welcome to come in and to have your dog play with other dogs and commune. We want you to socially distance. Everybody's been really good at doing that. They put out baby pools, there's water available, so it's a good place for your dog to have a safe interaction with other dogs here on the NHS property. Those are Saturday mornings. They're also starting the Thursday night play groups as well. You can look on our website for full information and also then some of the rules and regs that we've implemented right now. Yappy Pack will also be in our parking lot with some of their treats and some of the things that they normally sell at the Exarban Farmers Market. So if you're looking for some of those things and you're like, gosh, I haven't had any of their freeze-dried chicken, which my dog loves, for a long time, you can drive right through and pick it up there. They have drive-through service as well. So again, playgroups on the NHS Meadow, we've got it sectioned off into 3 different sections, 25 folks per section, so we can handle up to 75 people with their doggos. And we ask that if you come, it's no more than maybe a couple and your dog so that we can get as many folks in as possible, and no kids at this point in time. So we're trying to keep everything as limited as we can and still give the dogs a chance to play. But the NHS playgroups are back up and running, and again, so are classes. Adoptions are online. We've got free behavior help if you need help with getting your animal back to a more comfort zone as you're going to work. So continue to look for our services, and if you need anything, our number is 444-7800. You can press 1 for dispatch, and they'll try to get you to the person that can answer your questions. We're here for you. We want to be here for you. We're working as hard as we can to give you as many services as possible as we transition back to the new normal. So have a great time with your pets, continue to love them, and again, if you have any questions, you can check out our website, nehumanesociety.org.